Good Monday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversations Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. Well, it's a brand new day, it's a brand new week, and the last day of the month of November. We made it this far, and I'm excited about what's to come. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up today. We have the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and today, in an entertainment spotlight, you've been part of my conversation with recording artist Vi Moon. Enjoy today's program. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Monday headlines. In national news, 1,845 new COVID-19 cases in Mississippi, 27 additional deaths reported. The Mississippi State Department of Health reported 1,845 new COVID-19 cases and 27 additional coronavirus-related deaths. There have now been 151,785 COVID-19 cases in the Magnolia State and 3,806 coronavirus-related deaths since the first COVID-19 case was confirmed in Mississippi on March the 11th, according to the Mississippi State Department of Health. In a related story, COVID-19 survivors reporting reinfection. There are still so many unknowns about COVID-19 that researchers and doctors are still trying to understand. One of those is why some people who have been diagnosed with the virus get it a second time. Jackson physician Dr. Justin Turner says researchers are working to discover what's going on. They don't know if a patient's initial infection went dormant for a period and symptoms reemerge weeks later. It is important for people to know that just because you had COVID-19, don't go out and think you can't get it again. Yes, your body does have antibodies that may protect you for a couple of weeks, but I wouldn't suggest a couple of months, said Turner. Turner says many coronavirus survivors have no lasting symptoms. In more coronavirus-related news, Fauci says U.S. may see surge upon surge of virus before the vaccine. The nation's top infectious disease expert said Sunday that the U.S. may see surge upon a surge of the coronavirus in the weeks after Thanksgiving, and he does not expect current recommendations around social distancing to be relaxed before Christmas. Meanwhile, in a major reversal, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio said the nation's largest school system will reopen to in-person learning and increase the number of days a week many children attend class. The announcement came just 11 days after the Democratic mayor said schools will be shut down because of rising COVID-19 cases. We feel confident that we can keep schools safe, he said. Dr. Anthony Fauci, director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, told ABC's This Week that the level of infection in the United States would not all of a sudden turn around. In sports, Mike Tyson returns to ring, draws in exhibition with Jones. Mike Tyson stepped through the ropes in his signature black trunks and heard the opening bell in a boxing ring for the first time in 15 years. The former heavyweight champion of the world traded lively punches with Roy Jones Jr. for 8 entertaining rounds that ended with 2 middle-aged legends wearily hugging each other in mutual admiration. Their fight was only an exhibition, and it ended in a draw. But for Tyson, the experience evoked the joy and excitement he felt so long ago at the start of his boxing career, and it was likely the start of a new chapter in his epic life. "I'm happy I'm not knocked out," Tyson said. "I'll look better in the next one." In business news, Black Friday sees record online as U.S. shoppers stay home. Black Friday online sales hit a new record this year as pandemic-weary Americans filled virtual carts instead of real ones. Consumers spent an estimated $9 billion on U.S. retail websites on Black Friday, according to Adobe Analytics, which tracks online shopping. That was a 22% increase over the previous record of $7.4 billion set in 2019. Meanwhile, traffic to physical stores plummeted as retailers tried to prevent crowds by cutting their hours and limiting doorbuster deals. U.S. store visits dropped by 52% on Black Friday, according to a retail tracker. And finally, in entertainment news, testing new release strategy, The Croods open to $14 million. Testing a novel release strategy, Universal Pictures' animated sequel, The Croods: A New Age, had one of the best opening weekends of the pandemic, grossing $14 million over the 5-day Thanksgiving holiday weekend, according to studio estimates on Sunday. Whereas new releases have traditionally lasted around 90 days in theaters, Universal has mapped out a shortened theatrical window in deals with major chains AMC and Cinemark that gives the studio the option to move new releases to premium video-on-demand services after just 17 days. The Crude, A New Age is expected to ship to the home before Christmas for a $20 rental. For an industry reeling from the pandemic, it's part of wider changes seeping through the industry. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, it's all yours.
Hi, this is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. Allow yourself the freedom to change your mind. Always allow yourself the freedom to change your mind. You must respect the rights of others who may be affected by your decision. When your needs are at odds with another's, you may need to address a compromise. Conflict resolution is important in any relationship and is not hindered by indecision. Think carefully about what you wish to achieve in the long run. Is your decision or compromise in accordance with your ultimate goal? When you feel good in your knowings about the choice you have made, you know it is the correct choice, compromise, decision, or etc. Today, allow yourself the freedom to change your mind. And remember, enjoy your day.
Enjoy today's Entertainment Spotlight featuring recording artist Vi Moon, right here on Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Recording artist Vi Moon told me on Conversations Live, the radio show, it's been great to reflect on his journey. Here's part of our conversation. I want to begin by talking about the musical journey for you, Vi. I mean, what has it been like for you to have literally found your God-given voice and to be able to share that with the rest of us?
It's been a great, exciting journey filled with, triumphs and filled with lessons. And I'm just appreciative to be able to do this. I like to say this. I don't say this to down myself, but I am definitely not the most talented in my field. You know what I mean? And I know there are people way more talented and way more gifted. I just, have a passion, ultimately, man, for Jesus Christ and the message that he presented in this world, which was that of unconditional love, because a lot of times we love, but it's conditions to that. So I just coupled that with my gift, the little gift that he's given me, and just trusting that hopefully it can spread some of that unconditional love through hip-hop music, man. So it's been an exciting learning and growing journey for me, man.
Right. And I'm so glad you said that, Vi, because the thing about you is, and I noticed this even in prepping for this, everything is not about perfection, which none of us have achieved and can achieve, but it really is about bringing our best. So have you always known that was going to be your goal, not to be the best, but to be your best?
That's a great question, man. I have a thing for perfectionism, and not as far as morally, but in my work and what I do. I battle with wanting to be right. I battle with, man, it's got to be perfect. I battle with, wanting to seem like I'm a great guy and a good guy. This is even before, this is before Christ.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News. We'll be back with you guys on tomorrow as we begin a brand new month with your news headlines, Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and of course your Entertainment Spotlight. Until tomorrow, I'm your host Cyrus Webb saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Make it a great one.